Hello everyone, my name is Shreya Sen and I am from Kolkata. My main purpose for starting this YouTube channel is to help students get adequate knowledge about their subjects, specifically during this pandemic. Because of the lack of facilities during this pandemic, somehow the studies are getting hampered. Students are not getting enough facilities to promote their studies. So as a result of that, I have planned to start classes of 8, 9 and 10. I'll be teaching it in full detail and trying to help all of you out during the pandemic and even answering all your queries if any time you face any kind of problems during your studies. So today I'll be starting with the class 9 chapter, which is the first chapter of class 9, that is unit and measurement. I'll try to extend it as a kind of a foundation course as well, the foundation course of IITs and NEET, so that it can extend up to class 11 curriculum as well. So initially, as for units and measurement, the first introduction, if I start with that, why is measurement necessary? Like for measuring process, the unit, for measurement specifically the unit and the number is equally important. The unit of the specific quantity multiplied the number. For example, if it is 15 centimeter, both equally have enough value in the measurement process. If I write only centimeter, it has no meaning. If I write only 15, it has no meaning. So each way, every measuring process, both unit and the number hold some significant value. They cannot exist without each other. So as a result of that, like if we see what is the relation between number and a unit. If the unit is decreased, the number has to increase, and if the number is decreased, the unit will increase. For example, if I say 1 kg, that means it is 1000 gram, because for 1 kg, gram means the unit has been decreased, so the number value will increase. In the same way, if I am saying 1 centimeter, then it is 10 to the power minus 3 meter. That means again I am increasing the unit, so the number is decreasing. That means the number and the unit both are inversely proportional to each other. And like when we are talking about quantities, there are two types of quantities. We classify quantities into two groups. One is fundamental quantity and the other is a derived quantity. Fundamental quantity. Fundamental quantity means the quantity is independent of any other quantity. Independent in the sense, if I talk about mass, mass is a fundamental quantity. So mass is independent of time. We cannot express mass in terms of time. Mass is always constant, it never varies with respect to time. In the same way, mass cannot be expressed in terms of length, because mass, time, length, current, temperature, and in this way there are 7 such fundamental quantities. And any other quantity other than the 7 quantities are known as a derived quantity. Derived quantity means it is dependent on the fundamental quantities in some way or the other. Derived quantity is mainly obtained by the multiplication or division of any 2 or 3 fundamental quantities. Like for example, volume. Volume is a derived quantity because volume depends on length. If I talk about the volume of a sphere, it is 4 by 3 pi r cube. That means it is depending on length into length into length. So volume is a derived quantity because volume is depending on the fundamental quantity length. In this way, if I talk about area, the area of a rectangle, which is L into B, again it is depending on the 2 dimensions of the rectangle, which is length. So any derived quantity, be it volume, density, mass, relative density, etc., it generally depends on the fundamental quantity directly or indirectly. And for the classification of these quantities and the units of these quantities, we also have the SI system, that is the International System of Units. And everywhere around the world, the basic standard method of measuring any quantity is the SI system. Like kg is an SI system, second is an SI system. So SI system is the permanent system valid all over the world. So here I have listed down the 7 fundamental quantities. That is, the first fundamental quantity here is length, whose SI unit is meter. Then comes mass, whose SI unit is kg. Then time, whose SI unit is second. Then electric current, SI unit is ampere. Then amount of substance, which is mole. And finally the temperature, whose SI unit is Kelvin, but the commonly used unit is degree Celsius. And then comes luminous intensity, whose SI unit is candela. And the unit of luminous intensity is candela. So other than that, we also have 2 supplementary units, which is radian and steradian. So radian is basically associated with 2D angle measurement, and steradian is basically used in the 3D angle measurement. And other than that, in case of every derived unit, it is totally solely dependent on the fundamental units. Just like the derived quantities are dependent on the fundamental quantity, derived units are also dependent on the fundamental units. And next, if we go for the measurement of length, other than meter, there are many other commonly used length parameters. Like if I talk about centimeter, it is 10 to the power minus 2 meter. 1 millimeter, 10 to the power minus 3 millimeter. 1 hecto means 10 square meter. And then 1 micron is 10 to the power minus 6 meter. 1 nanometer means 10 to the power minus 9 meter. And other than that, there are many huge quantities of units as well. That is the astronomical unit, which is 1.6 into 10 to the power 11 meter. Then long distances, that is the distances in the universe, are generally measured in terms of light year. Like light year is basically used for the measurement of distances between any 2 galaxies, or the measurement of distances between the 2 planets. The measurement of distance from the sun to the earth is also measured in light years. So starting from these huge quantities, there are also many less value quantities. Less value quantities in the sense, like if I talk about Fermi meter, that means it is 10 to the power minus 15 meter, which is a very small quantity, and Fermi meter is mainly used during the measurements of the nucleus. The size of the nucleus is often referred to and mentioned in terms of Fermi meter, because nuclear size is very small. And in this way, there is a wide range of units when it comes to any fundamental quantity. And for the measurement of fundamental quantities with enough precision as well as with accuracy, we generally have vernier calipers, and more precision means we have the micrometer screw gauge. In general, the measurement which is done using any meter scale, the vernier caliper will have more better measurement precision and accuracy as compared to a meter scale, which is totally and solely dependent on the least count.